Twin flames always have an awareness of one another. It's something that's hard to describe unless you are someone who has experienced this connection. Being connected to another soul your entire lifetime through this deep, unbreakable bonds quite literally means that you can and will pick up on this person's energy on a daily basis, even prior to meeting them, and even before you may have consciously realized where that energy was coming from. Prior to meeting, and even during times of physical separation, twin flames not only remain just as aware of each other as when they were physically together in this life or in other lifetimes, but sometimes our conscious awareness of the connection and of our twin can actually increase when we are physically apart. This means that whenever your twin flame experiences a shift in emotion, especially when this shift in emotion is directed specifically toward you or toward the connection itself, you are capable of sensing this shift. Now, although twin flames are constantly 24/7 exchanging energy with one another, the ways in which our conscious mind interprets these energetic waves can be very different because it depends on so many different circumstances. But in this podcast episode, I am going to be sharing with you 5 different ways you can tell that your twin flame is sending you love right now in this moment. Many of you may look back prior to meeting your twin flame in the physical, if you have met in this lifetime, and you may realize that you've experienced some of these signs your entire life. For others of you, you may find that these signs are a comfort during times of physical separation, reminding you that separation itself is only an illusion, that this is the person, the other soul, you have been intricately connected to, intertwined with, not just this lifetime, but this is the person you've been in a kind of eternal dance with, a dance of two souls that goes on lifetime after lifetime, like one song following the next in a dance. So, regardless of what you need, what you are seeking from this podcast, I'm setting the intention that you receive whatever message or piece of clarity from this video that you may need at this time. But first, let me introduce myself. My name is Infinity, and this is Magnetize Yourself, where we talk about life, love, spirituality, and of course, the law of attraction. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing signs your twin flame loves you. Now, of course, there's a bit of irony in that statement because twin flame love is not something we can give, and it's not something we can take away. It's something that exists eternally. It's something that is undeniable, even though at times we or our twin in the physical may try to deny it. It is something that exists as certain and sure as the law of gravity, because this love doesn't come from giving or taking in exchange with another. It comes from being fully connected to our own self, to our own soul, And through this self-connection, we are connected in this love bond, this unconditional love bond with our twin as well. So what is the first sign your twin flame is sending you love? Have any of you listening who are twin flames ever felt a strong feminine or masculine presence, depending on the counterpart you label yourself as? So what I mean by that is, if you would consider yourself to be the divine feminine, meaning that the dominant energy within you, because we all do have both energies, but the dominant energy you consider to be a feminine energy, then in this first sign, you would be sensing the presence of a masculine energy. Like with so many things in twin flame experience, this is something that's difficult to describe in words. For many, this feels like a warmth, the presence of someone who is loving and kind and reassuring and familiar. But there's also the conscious realization on some level that this presence is outside of yourself. It doesn't just feel like your higher self, or even like whatever spiritual forces you connect with, God, the divine, your spirit guides, the universe. This sensation feels very different. It's a very unique experience to every individual person. But as a twin flame, very often this sensing of a presence, of your twin flame's presence energetically, becomes familiar even prior to meeting your twin flame, almost like an old friend, a very warm, familiar kind of energy. Now, this energy can be especially strong at times when you are in a moment of extreme physical or emotional pain. Some twin flames describe having an experience that was either a near-death experience or a dangerous experience, or one that was simply very scary to them. And in this moment, they may have suddenly felt the presence of their twin flame. Again, even if they didn't know the term twin flame, they would have described it as a strong feminine or masculine presence that just felt reassuring to them in that moment. Perhaps in a moment of emotional pain or weakness, your twin flame's soul essence, their energy, sent you love in this way, potentially even on a higher self level, in order to encourage you to carry on in this life, to keep moving, to pick yourself up, even if you had been feeling down. For some, this sensation of reassurance can even come with a voice, either a reassuring voice they literally hear in their mind coming from their twin that they later realize is actually their twin flame's voice. This does sometimes happen for twin flames. Other times it might not be a literal voice, but a thought that occurs in your mind that isn't your own, a thought that goes something like, I love you, or I'm proud of you, or you can do this. And again, has that unique essence of being someone who is deeply connected to you, and yet not quite you, if that makes sense. The second sign your twin flame is sending you love right now is that you may receive sudden visions of connecting in a specific way with your twin. As I said before, twin flames are always exchanging energy on this subconscious, unconscious level. And whenever we become consciously aware of this energy in some way, we call it a sign of some sort, like I'm discussing in this video. But these specific visuals can actually be transmitted directly from our twin to us. So yes, sometimes when your twin flame is envisioning something very specific, you are able to receive that specific visual directly from their dreams or daydreams. So these sudden visions could range from anything like hugging your twin, kissing, holding hands, having an emotional conversation with them. They could even be visions of what we sometimes call physical reunion. And I just saw 1111 on the recording timer, a major sign for so many of you of confirmation of alignments. Have you ever experienced any of these sudden visions where you suddenly felt or saw what your twin was experiencing, especially if they were imagining something about you or about the connection? Let me know about that in the comments. Sign number 3, your twin flame is sending you love. Physical sensations. See, many people think of telepathy between twin flames as being purely a function of the mind. But what we call telepathy is really just the natural exchange of energy between different physical beings or souls. And telepathy is actually something we are capable of experiencing with absolutely anyone, because we are all essentially these energetic transmitters and receivers. However, the closer we are to someone energetically, meaning on a soul level, the easier it is for us, and the more consciously we will naturally experience these telepathic communications. Now, naturally, for twin flames who aren't just close as souls, meaning they aren't just part of one another's soul family or soulmate group, because soulmates can be platonic or romantic, but they are actually mere souls, meaning that twin flames share an identical core soul frequency. So how does this twin flame telepathy work? Well, our universe is governed by many laws. One of the dominant laws being the law of attraction, meaning that like attracts like. So you can imagine for twin flames, when they radiate the same frequency, they are naturally brought together in the most magnetic ways, whether that means physically having these serendipitous meetings or sharing parallel physical lives as many twin flames do, or whether this is an energetic magnetism, meaning that through this telepathy, twin flames are able to experience communication from one another on a soul level extremely easily. So this means that not only can you receive information from your twin mentally through the mind, through visuals, but actually through your physical body, because again, telepathy is only an exchange of energy, and energy can be interpreted by the conscious mind in so many different ways. Yes, through the mind, through the thoughts, through the visuals we receive in our brain, but also through the physical body. So whenever you feel a strange yet warm physical sensation, whether this is a warmth in the heart chakra, sometimes for some this feels like getting a warm hug even when you're completely alone. This could be literally feeling someone touch you, brush your arm, or reach for your hands, even though no one is there. These are signs you are experiencing this form of physical twin flame telepathy we sometimes refer to as phantom touches. And whenever these touches feel very loving and kind and reassuring, this is a sign that your twin flame is sending you love in that moment. The fourth and perhaps the most well-known sign that your twin flame is sending you love is that you begin dreaming of them in a very loving way. meaning that through your dreams, even if you are separated and even if you haven't met, you find yourself connecting in conversation through physical touch, through whatever to you symbolizes love and connection within these dream experiences with your twin. Twin flames are very susceptible to experiencing what we call shared dreams or meetings in the astral realm. These are dream experiences where twin flames, again, because of their proximity on an energetic plane, because they share that core soul frequency, they don't just connect in serendipitous ways in the physical world, but even in the dream world. Twin flames will often dream of one another unconsciously, meaning that these may not necessarily be astral realm meetings. However, even through these unconscious dreams, these are often a sign that your subconscious mind is picking up energy, loving energy from your twin while you are sleeping, because the subconscious mind is the most open and impressionable while we sleep. And then your brain is interpreting those subconscious energy signals of love from your twin as these dream experiences. And finally, the fifth sign your twin flame is sending you love is feeling a sudden positive shift in your emotions. Perhaps you're going about the day and you may have even faced some difficulties during the day that brought down your mood. You may be feeling sad or alone or in pain in some way. And then suddenly you feel as though you get this jolt of energy or this jolt of positive energy. This can be a major sign that your twin flame is sending you loving energy in that moment, and your being is energetically interpreting on a conscious level those energy signals in the form of a change in your mood. Because remember, twin flame telepathy occurs through all of the senses, through every layer of our being, including not just the physical body, not just the mind, the mental body, but also the emotional body, our emotions. I've been talking a lot in this podcast about the subconscious mind versus the conscious mind. When we think of twin flames and the subconscious mind, on the subconscious level, twin flames are exchanging energy 24/7, 365, even prior to meeting, even during separation, and even if one twin passes on in this life. However, it's the conscious mind that so often gets in the way of interpreting these energy signals from our twin, because our conscious mind is like the judge, like the gatekeeper of the mind. So it decides what you are going to consciously pick up on and what you are going to miss. So when it comes to your twin flame, if you found yourself at times unable to experience or feel or sense your twin flame's presence or their love, know that this doesn't mean that they're gone. It means that you are as connected as ever on a soul level, on an energy level, through the subconscious mind. But for some reason or another, your conscious mind has stepped in to block the natural reception of those loving feelings from your twin. Very often this can happen, especially if we are projecting a lot of fear, doubt, or anxiety either on ourselves, our life, or this connection. This is why surrender is so incredibly powerful as a twin flame, and why so many twin flame creators talk about surrender, because we live our lives as humans. We are programmed to live in a very chaotic state of mind, what I sometimes call chaos consciousness. And part of what our twin flame journey is about is teaching us to release all of those fears, all of those anxieties, all of that chaotic negative programming, and get back to the core of who we truly are, to fully surrender to our soul's essence, to our authenticity, to our self-love. So to assist you in shifting from this state of chaos consciousness to this state of total surrender, I've created a twin flame surrender subliminal meditation. Now, subliminals are particularly powerful anytime we want to shift, heal, or change something energetically about ourselves, because our energy field is directly linked to the subconscious, which again is only blocked and inhibited by our conscious mind. So subliminals are capable of bypassing the conscious filter of the mind because they contain affirmations and binaural beat frequencies that bypass our conscious thoughts that our conscious mind can't fully pick up on and interpret. Therefore, these affirmations are able to directly reprogram, rewrite the thoughts and belief systems in our subconscious, resulting in radical shifts in our life and in our connections. So this subliminal comes from my website, soundandsoulful.com. As you can see on the screen, on this website, I have created over 100 subliminals for all areas of life. So yes, of course, I have many twin flame subliminals, but also many for love, relationships in general, for mood shifts, for money, for different material manifestations, for physical manifestations within the body. And you can access each and every one of these completely free for 7 days. You can try out any of them for 7 days when you create a free trial account on my website. And again, for twin flames listening to this podcast, I most highly recommend my subliminal for twin flame surrender. This will really assist you in releasing any of those blocking conscious thoughts that are preventing you from fully surrendering to this connection, to the inner peace and stability of your life that will then allow you to become very magnetic for your twin flame. So more information on this twin flame surrender subliminal is linked below in the pinned comment and description box. Thank you so much to each and every one of you beautiful souls who is here, who is present, literally co-creating all of these videos, all of these podcasts along with me. It is such a beautiful, high vibrational collective we are creating here. So if you'd like to be part of that, then be sure to subscribe to this channel. Have a beautiful, wonderful rest of your day, and I will talk to you again in the next podcast.